Louisiana legislature is getting ready to vote on removing mandatory working breaks for working minors. Currently, employees under the age of 18 must take a 30-minute break after working for 5 hours, or violators could face a fine of up to $500. The bill to remove this requirement is now in the hands of the state Senate after overwhelmingly passing the House. Republican State Representative Roger Wilder, who introduced the bill, says the law should leave it up to the minor employees to take breaks. Here with us is Louisiana Democratic State Representative Tammy Phelps, who opposed the bill. Welcome to the show. Thank you so much for coming on. So when it comes to leaving it up to minors on when to take a break, what's your reaction to that?
My first common sense answer was, you stated it. It's a minor, Representative Wilder. They need parental permission to work. Why would you consider them young adults? That was literally his verbiage. Very disappointed. He is, of course, a business owner. And I just could not believe, and we actually had conversation. Is this about your business or is this about minors working?
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that, because just to let our viewers know, he does own a few Smoothie King franchises in Louisiana. So I'm glad you mentioned that. I'm sure he employs a lot of teenagers. You and Representative Wilder got into it over how he considered minor employees to be young adults. I want to play that for our viewers, Representative, and I'll talk to you on the other side.
Thank you.
Do you really believe a minor at 16 or 17 is a young adult?
I do. I do. We treat them as such in the state. The emancipation age is 16. You're allowed to marry at 16. You're allowed to drive at 16. Those are all adult actions.
With consent? With parental consent?
Well, absolutely, but you also have a parental consent when they have to sign a work permit for a 16 or 17-year-old to work. So there's still a guardrail here.
Yeah, that's why they're a minor.
That is such an interesting conversation. So why do you think it's important for young workers to have these protections in place?
Basically, even our work laws, when this was created, basically, and I think this was when our Constitution was written back in the 70s, it really was thinking of them being in school, still having to get home to study, still being able to work a little money. It's called a part-time job. They're not full-time employees. They cannot work past 11 o'clock p.m. So those are the things that were, put in place by, I would like to say, our other constituents prior to now for reasons. And it took all of me when I went to the floor to not reflect on sort of a slave mentality. That was kind of bothering me a lot, to say, why would you, want to insist that they're able to make these decisions on their own, but working in your business was the premises of it. We said teenagers are not knocking down the door to change this law. Everyone that you spoke with is a business owner. So,
yeah, so
no reason everybody agreed with you.
Do you expect the bill to pass the Senate and ultimately land at the Republican governor's desk? Jeff Landry, of course. Do you think he's going to sign it into law?
Unfortunately, I believe if it does end up on his desk, he will sign it. Unfortunately, our state now is not about things that affect Louisiana. These are national laws that are, being passed down each state, whether it's the Right to Work for America, I think is one of the groups. Heritage Foundation is one of them. And that's been more bothersome, too, that we're not addressing things for our great state. And it seems as though everybody's on board. There's an overreach in every area of our legislation now, and we just did not see this coming. But unfortunately, I do believe if he gets it, he'll sign it, because with all this majority, in the House and the Senate. But honestly, I'm being hopeful that the senators will see that this is a far reach for our most vulnerable in the future of Louisiana students.
Representative, taking a bigger look here, how will this bill impact all workers' rights, regardless of age, in Louisiana, if this does become law?
If it does, and I was thinking about this morning, that technically, even, with high school age students, basically, if they get out of school, 3:30, they're maybe there at 4. So, and I was kind of conscious not to say a changing the time. So I don't know if that was a part of the initial thought as well. But I'm hoping, even when I go to the Senate, that they will be able to see they still need a 30-minute break. It's not, maybe it won't matter during the workday when they have to be out by 11. And again, if they were working 8 hours a day, you're going to have a break anyway.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.